Hey, this is Mira LBC, and this is my very first Let's Play. I decided to Fallout 3 because it's one of my favorite games, honestly, and I think it's a little bit of a dark horse in the series, and it was the very first one that I ever played in the Fallout series, and I fell in love with it. And I know that I wouldn't say I'm in the minority that I think it's a fantastic Fallout game, but it definitely has a lot of controversy around it. um, which we can get into later. It's a pretty big game. It's like one of the very first like open world games that I got into, and I thought it was just a massive game. Just the way that you could interact with like random NPCs, and it seemed like you didn't know what was going to happen next a lot of the time, for better or worse. So let's just get right into it, into the intro. So this game came out in 2008, and it was developed by Bethesda Softworks, and it was like obviously like published by Bethesda. But it was, I didn't know that Bethesda didn't like create Fallout. I didn't realize that another publisher actually like started Fallout. And so that was a little bit of another controversy, is how like they changed things. It used to be like a 2D like top-down game where it had turn-based fighting, and now it turned into a 3D open world game with more like interactive like fights. And I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know any better. What I really loved about this game is it didn't impose you so much that you had to do the main quest right away. I could go around in the wasteland and explore and just soak in this atmosphere. Like, I thought it was really cool that it had this like apocalyptic 1950s aesthetic, like where the clothes are, and then the music and the way people talked. I just saw it. I just fell in love with it. It really got me into a lot of old, old style like music and stuff. Yeah. So I'm just gonna skip. It just basically introduces how there was a great war between America and China, and bombs fell when everyone had to go into the vault. But I'll just let them explain it.
War. War never changes. Since the dawn of humankind, when our ancestors first discovered the killing power of rock and bone, blood has been spilled in the name of everything, from God to justice to simple psychotic rage. In the year 2077, after millennia of armed conflict, the destructive nature of man could sustain itself no longer. The world was plunged into an abyss of nuclear fire and radiation. But it was not, as some had predicted, the end of the world. Instead, the apocalypse was simply the prologue to another bloody chapter of human history. For man had succeeded in destroying the world, but war never changes. In the early days, thousands were spared the horrors of the Holocaust by taking refuge in enormous underground shelters known as vaults. But when they emerged, they had only the hell of the wastes to greet them. All except those in Vault 101. For on that fateful day, when fire rained from the sky, the giant steel door of Vault 101 slid closed and never reopened. It was here you were born. It is here you will die. Because in Vault 101, no one ever enters. And no one ever leaves.
Well, that was very uplifting. So this is the very start of the character. Like, I really like how they introduce like the character, like how you create your character in this game. I thought it was really neat. Instead of just being at the very start where he's just like, all right, here, here's your character. But let's be a girl this time.
It's a girl. A girl. We've
There's
got
not
a daughter,
like a
Catherine.
huge
beautiful,
significance
healthy
in like
baby
boy or girl. Like there's a perk
James.
that changes kind of your
did
dialogue
it.
options. And you can only get it if you're a girl and vice versa for a boy. So there's a boy counterpart and a girl
daughter.
counterpart.
You've got a bright future ahead of you, sweetie. I'm sure of it.
I never
Look, it's-
realized when I was a kid
Look at you.
that my father was
Hi
Liam
there.
Neeson. I
Your
just thought it
daddy,
was
sweetheart.
I knew his voice acting
Daddy.
was a little bit more like
You're going to need a name, aren't you?
it was a little bit
Mother and I have
more
been talking.
in-
What do you think about?
I don't know. It was just different. I just didn't realize that it was him. All right, what should our name be? Liam. Let's be Liam the second.
That's a good name.
Off
don't you
of our
think?
father, yeah.
Fits you perfectly. Looks like they've finished the gene projection. Let's see what you
Yeah,
look
I love
like when
this
you're
gene
all
production
grown
where
up.
you can kind of change your look. So, I mean, this was in 2008. The textures are kind of like kind of bland. So that's why I usually just kind of select a preset and go from there, because like I don't really take too much time on my character, you know. Like, so I'll probably just skip ahead in the when I after I record it, like like I don't know. Let's give them a big nose, because why not? Why not give them a big sauce? Whoop, tilt it up. Why not? Okay. And then really what I like is the hair. That's the one thing that you really see. Because a lot of times you're in first person, I don't really see my person very much. So let's give him a little devil. Let's be our
You're
character.
going to look a lot like your dad. See that, Catherine?
Oh,
Is that a good thing?
oh, beautiful. Just like her daddy.
And if you're like saying like you see
It's a big world out there.
Liam
honey, full
Neeson
of all
first or
sorts
your
of
dad and he's white,
What
and if
about
you
you?
change
What
your
kind of
race,
person
he'll
are you?
change race with you.
You're
It's
just
James?
kind of funny, just will change he'll change
She's in
colors.
cardiac arrest. Start compression. Get the baby out of here. Move, move. 1,000. 2,000.
So the main
Come on.
story
Hang on, Catherine.
I have a
Hang
little
on.
bit of gripes with, you know. There, we'll talk about that when the time comes. But
Don't look straight into the light.
there are parts of the main quest that I really love,
Something you get used to will feel just like home.
and some
Come
that
on
I
over
really
here, sweetie.
despise.
Come on. Walk to daddy.
Okay. All right,
Come
we're
to
gonna.
daddy.
All right, how do I?
Over
Alright,
here.
cool.
You can do it. There you
Hey, Daddy.
go. My goodness, just a year old and already walking like a pro. Your
I'm a
mother would
pro.
have been so proud. Listen, kiddo, I know you don't like it when Daddy leaves you alone, but I need you to take care of yourself for a minute.
So this
Just stay here
1-year-old,
while Daddy runs to his office. You'll be okay, honey.
this 1-year-old's a menace. Like, already can just open a door. Alright, so. In this game, we have something called, like, special. So it stands for strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. And this is, like, the basis of what you can do, and how your character develops. It all depends on how you really want to play. You can like go like with strength, and so strength is basically your carry weight and your melee attack. It doesn't affect your unarmed, which is weird to me, but for some reason it doesn't. Perception affects your like compass, how like far away you can perceive enemies, stuff like that. Energy weapons are affected by this, explosives, also your lockpick. Endurance is your health, your poison and rad resistance, also your oxygen meter when you're underneath the water. It also affects your unarmed, and I believe your big guns as well. Charisma is one of the ways that I love to play the game. I love being able to talk to people. I like to not brute force my way into things, so it is my preferred way to play. I think we're gonna do it just because I wanted to show you how I like to play the game. So even though I've done it a million times, like we'll probably go the intelligence and charisma route. But charisma affects barter and dialogue. So if you don't ever tend to like try to convince people of stuff, or try to go that route, I would actually just disregard it entirely. I would actually go charisma down to 1 if you want to do something more like agility or luck based, or super strong like dumb person, like, which is kind of fun, like. But intelligence, I've never said what intelligence did. Intelligence affects medicine and your repair, your science, and also just affects their general skills. Like, if you're highly intelligent, you'll get more skill points as you level up. Agility affects your small guns, your sneak, and it also affects your action points, which we'll get into a little bit later. And luck affects all skills. So like if you're high luck, all your skills are like go up, and also your critical chance goes up as well. So you notice I didn't do anything really, because you can do it all at the end. So I think let's do high intelligence, high charisma, and let's do high luck. Let's have our endurance and perception be a little bit lower. That's the thing. Do we want our endurance a lot? Yeah. Let's see. I think I want agility to be high. So that's the thing. A balanced play. I've made the mistake of trying to be balanced the first time, and I kind of struggled a little bit. So I don't want my strength to be too low, because it can be very, very annoying that you can't carry a lot of things. Okay, so you can also change some of this, at least near the end, your skills, I believe, but I don't know if you can change. I can't remember if you can change your special. I love the babbling, it's so cute.
You are quite the little explorer, aren't you? Serves me right for trying to...
Yeah, it doesn't let you go through here.
I want to show you something. See that? It was your mother's favorite passage. It's from the Bible. Revelation 21:6. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
This is boring, Daddy.
I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. She always loved that. All right, come on. Let's go see if your little friend Amada wants to play.
Yay, let's play. So, one thing I also want to say is, make sure you save often. Because this game will crash. There's a lot of bugs in this game. And it's one of the most frustrating things about it, but also one of the most hilarious things about it as well.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Can you believe it? She is growing up so fast.
Happy birthday, honey. I can't believe you're already 10.
Ooh.
I'm so proud of you.
It's our birthday. It's our birthday.
Congratulations,
It's
young
our
lady.
birthday.
I don't have to tell you how special this day is, do I? Down here in Vault 101, when you turn 10, well, you're ready to take on your first official Vault responsibilities. So here you are. As Overseer, I hereby present to you your very own Pip-Boy 3000.
I always
Get
wanted my own
used to
Pip-Boy.
You'll be getting your first work assignment tomorrow.
Enjoy your party. You're only 10 once, so have fun.
Okay.
Happy birthday! We really surprised you, didn't we? Your dad was afraid you were onto us. But I told him not to worry. You're so easy to fool.
Okay, so in this game you have a dialogue-like system, so you can interact with their NPCs that way. And you can be nice, you can be a dick, you can kind of be a little bit more neutral. So it's really, it adds another layer to the role-playing game like that I really enjoyed. So I think in this playthrough, I really debated whether or not I wanted to be a good person or an asshole. It's neutral. Being neutral in this game isn't very fun, and it's not. One of the things that I had gripes with is that the moral gray in this game is kind of lost. It's usually more black and white decisions. Like, either it's clearly good or it's clearly pretty evil what you're doing. So I'm gonna go the evil route because it is pretty fun.
Shut up. And it isn't my fault that Butch and Wally are here. Your dad said we had to invite them. Never mind them. Time. Okay.
Give me my present.
One last question. Who's your favorite barbarian? That's right, Grognak. Issue 14, and with no missing pages.
Does this
Yeah, I
include
found
Arnold
this in a box of my father's
Schwarzenegger?
old things. Can you believe it? Kinda weird to think about him reading comic books. I guess I better let you get
Wait.
back to mingling with your guests.
I never realized it.
We'll
Did
talk
she just
later,
steal
okay?
that from my dad
Happy
and then
birthday.
gave it to me? How is that a present? Alright, so if you pull up your Pip-Boy, you can see your level, your HP, your action points, how much XP that you go to the next level, and it also has a little thing about your limb status. I never really understood this when I first played the game. I was really young. So your limbs can get crippled in this game. And so if say your leg is crippled, you'll move slower and you'll like limp. If your arm is crippled, your accuracy is going to go down. You might even, like, some enemies will like drop their weapons maybe, but you'll like, your accuracy will greatly diminish. If your torso is crippled, it'll stun you sometimes, and it can be really annoying because you'll just have to sit there and take a lot of damage before you recover. And then when your head is critical, it's really annoying. Your perception goes down by, I believe, like -4 or 5, and it has this ringing and blurring, and you'll see it's very annoying. Radiation. So I don't really pay attention until I'm actually pretty good at, well irradiated, around like 500, but you do need to take in mind about this meter. If it reaches too high, you'll just die. And then if you have any status effects, they'll show you here. And we can see your special, and we can see our skills right here. You see that now we have high agility and intelligence, so we have decent science and repair. Our medicine is pretty high. So I also want to take a little bit of time to say that when you're playing this game, I would focus on either one of science, speech, or lockpick. So there's a lot of loot that you can get that are only accessible by some of these things. Mainly science and lockpick. So there'll usually be like a locked door that you can pick the lock, or there might be a terminal where you can hack in and open that door. So I would go one or the other, not both. I think it's a waste of time. We can see our items, what we're wearing, and see this aid. So this is our consumable items. So if we consume this, our melee weapons are permanently increased by 1. In like New Vegas, it's a temporary boost, but in this game, it's a permanent boost. And we also have our local map right here. Our world map is which we don't we don't really have much. We have Vault 101 and that's it. We have our quests, and then our little nose set we might get, and our little radio. So it has a little PA system right now. Okay, let's get back to our party though. First, one of many saves.
Happy birthday, Missy.
So you'll want to be
Oh
able
man, you got a pit bull.
talk to a lot
Hey,
of these
thanks for inviting
NPCs.
me. Really cool party and everything. I know that Butch and I. Anyway, happy birthday.
Aww, thanks, Paul.
Is she your best friend now?
I hope you appreciate the effort Amata put into this party. She really seems to like you, for some reason.
For some reason. Could
I
you
do
have
not
helped?
allow the fact that Amata is my daughter to compromise my position as overseer. I gave her all the appropriate paternal encouragement, of course, but I could not contribute extra vault resources.
You could have helped
That
her set up
is
the
simply
party.
what my position requires. No more, no less.
So the
I
overseer is
know
basically the
Amata understands
dictator.
that perfectly well.
Hey, Wally, I think Paul's in love.
Attention, everyone.
Why don't you introduce us
Yay!
to
Wait,
I love Andy.
On the go, sweetheart. Having a good time?
Nope.
How do you like that there Pip-Boy, miss?
Hey,
Fit o-
Stanley. I hate it.
Get it off? Why in the world would you want to do that? Your Pip-Boy's the best friend you'll ever have.
You will use your
Besides,
Pip-Boy a lot.
you can't get it off. Biometric seals, etc. I could tell you some stories about trying to take them off the old folks.
Well,
Well,
if there's
that's
like an
hardly a fit subject
infection
for a
or
kid's
something? That
birthday
seems
party.
like
Don't worry,
a design
you'll get used
flaw.
to it. Pretty soon
Like,
you'll
what if you
wonder
have
how you ever
problems
got
in your
along
forearm?
without it. Sure,
Yeah.
most people don't give a thought to their
Thanks, Stanley.
Pip-Boys. Well, anyway, I got this for your birthday. It isn't much, and you probably already have one. But there you go.
Alright, we got a little baseball cap. So certain apparel will do different things. So this jumpsuit, we have like a damage resistance of 1, which isn't very high, and you can see your value of what it will be sold, and the WG is how much it weighs. So let's put on this baseball cap because might as well. You can have a main body and something on your head at all times. So you can have helmets or stuff like that. Hats that maybe increase your perception, and yeah, stuff like that. Where is... Alright, so, and items, this is where you can see your weight though, and how much you can carry. So far we only have a couple things, but this will fill up very quickly. And when it does, you'll be over encumbered and you won't be able to run, and it's very annoying.
Keeping this a secret.
Don't
Now go on.
This party's pretty good, I guess. For a little kid.
We're 10.
Balloon. Not as cool as my party, though. Remember how my dad got Andy to do magic tricks? And we all played Hunt the Mutant in the atrium? Oh, right. You weren't invited to my party.
You're a jerk.
I'm sure everyone else would like a chance to talk to the
nice
birthday girl.
party, butthead. Now get lost before I have to make you cry.
Butthead. Oh, hello, old
Are
lady
you
Palmer.
having a nice party? 10 years old. My. Goodness, listen to me ramble. You're waiting for your present, aren't you?
We'll respect our elders.
Such a nice, polite young lady you are. Don't ever lose your gift of speaking your mind so directly. We could use more of that
So
down here.
some things
Here you
won't
go.
progress
A nice
until you
sweet
talk to
roll
the
that I
right
baked for
person or
you
you get the
just
right
this
thing.
morning.
So that's
And
why,
it's
yeah, talking to a
all
lot of
for you.
NPCs that you
You're
can
the birthday
is really
girl.
important. They might give you
No
items.
sharing required today.
I might put the quest. Oh. Uh-oh. Alright.
Didn't I tell you to stop? Good one. I'm hungry, and that stupid robot destroyed the cake. Give me that sweet roll you got from old lady Palmer.
Butch is our best friend. You look hungry. What? Your mom drank up all the ration coupons?
Don't you talk about my mom, you little punk.
Alright.
Be sorry, you little...
Having fun, I hope?
So, I'm just getting my ass
What are
beat.
you doing? Hitting a girl, and on her birthday, for heaven's sakes.
Come on, Wally.
Did he hurt you, honey?
Thanks, officer.
I hope Butch didn't hurt you. You want to tell me what that was all about?
I was one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you
We
say
don't
so.
snitch.
I'll stay out of it if that's the way you want it. But let me give you some advice. Stay away from Butch. He's nothing but trouble.
I know you were
Butch is the least of y'all
Okay,
worries.
Everything's fine, I hope.
Jonas?
Oh, sure, nothing to
Hey,
worry
Doc.
about. Me and Andy got
We're
her
all
all
set down
hooked
here.
up last night. Good as new.
Thanks.
Rats
I'll
to
send her right
hungry.
down. Hey, that was Jonas on the intercom. He and I have been cooking up a little surprise present.
Ooh,
Jonas is waiting for
presents.
you downstairs on the reactor level. Go ahead. I don't think anyone will mind if you slip out for a few minutes.
Cool.
You and your snakes and rats and wizards.
Anyway,
Are you having a
I'm
nice
glad you
time?
Shut
could
up
make
and
it.
let me think a minute.
Alright. We...
Happy birthday, dearie. My goodness, I hope I didn't miss the party.
Yes, you did. Give me my present.
Of course you can, dearie. There's no need to get impatient. I've got your present right here. I think you're going to like it. It's a poem written by
What every
me
10-year-old wants
just
for their
you.
birthday is a poem.
No, really. I wrote it just for you. I'd never just copy one of my old poems. Well, there was that one Founder's Day
Overseer.
where I couldn't rhyme anything with overseer. But
Peer.
you deserve nothing
Tier.
less than a brand new poem.
Clear.
You can keep it in your Pip-Boy and read it whenever you want.
Thanks. So yeah, you'll get little notes, in here, so we can read our little poem. Gray walls, impenetrable steel, suffocation, condemnation. Little hands groping in subterranean uncertainty. Mommy, daddy, am I dead? Nay, nay, reborn into purifying fluorescence. A face emerges, strong and male. Father to me, father to all. Overseeing, oh my god. So basically, you can see how indoctrinated some of these people are. Yeah. Obedience, my savior. That basically sums up a lot of the people in Vault 101.
How are you enjoying the party?
So, yeah, in the bottom left, we have our little compass. We can see where we need to go, and usually you just go towards the arrow. Sometimes it will lead you astray, very often in close quarters places, like in vaults or caves. You can get lost very, very easily.
What are you doing down here, young lady? I thought kids weren't
I love
allowed
Jonas.
down on the reactor level.
He's a nice guy.
Hey, relax. I was just teasing. Listen, now that you're 10, you don't have to take guff like that from grown-ups anymore. Got it? Hold on one more minute. I think your dad will want to give you the surprise himself.
Okay. Sometimes... So you have to wait for NPCs to walk over, which is very, very annoying sometimes. And sometimes they glitch out and they
Are you ready for your
don't come.
surprise?
Or, like, things happen in this game. Like I said, that's why you save often, because you never know what's going to happen with these NPCs sometimes.
Since when? Regardless, I think you'll like this one. You're getting older, and you've got your Pip-Boy. I figure you're old enough for this too. Your own BB gun. It's a little old, but it should
Ooh.
work perfectly.
BB gun.
Jonas found it down here. It was in pretty rough shape. Took us a good 3 months to find the parts to get it working again. You know how tough it is to find a spring that small? Good thing Butch misplaced that switchblade of his.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Want to give it a
Steal
try?
from 10-year-olds.
Easy now. It's only a BB gun, but it's...
What can I kill? So, yeah. Boop. You can zoom in.
What in God's name is wrong with you?
Hey,
So,
targets, okay?
certain NPCs can die, and some cannot. If they're like essential to main story quests, they can't. But a lot of them can, and a lot more than you probably
Well,
think.
What do you think? You can come down here
So
and
be careful
shoot
with who you
anytime
shoot.
want.
They might not come back.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Alright, let's shoot the targets real quick. Boop. 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 Easy
Careful,
peasy.
it's a rad roach.
Alright,
Think you can take care of that?
so let's introduce VATS, the Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System. So, I love VATS. So VATS consumes your AP down here, and it slows down. So a lot of times, even if you don't have AP, you can still slow down time and target your creature effectively. It will go straight to them, and you can aim right at them. So if you have multiple enemies, you can like very quickly choose between which ones you want to shoot, or slow down and assess the situation. So you can target certain legs to cripple them, or cripple the body, try to cripple the head. Insects, if you hit the antenna, you can also make them go into a frenzy, and they'll attack other creatures around them. It's pretty neat. So let's just kill this rat roach real quick.
Aim and shoot. You'll be fine. Good work. That's one less rat roach to deal with.
I would be
Let's get a picture
terrified
together. Capture the moment.
if rat
Hey,
roaches
Jonas,
were a real
a picture
thing.
of me with a big game hunter.
Careful with that, sport.
I love the dialogue that they say too.
What in God's name is wrong with you?
Say the thing. Say the thing.
Honey, I brought you into this world. I think you know the rest.
Yeah, I do.
Smile.
My parents have definitely said that to me many a time.
Different parts.
Anyway, so I'm the overseer's daughter, so what? Like, I get any kind of special treatment.
Revelation 20.
I'm trying to determine when I want to end this because I don't want to make this too long. But we'll find out. Well, I think we can go a little bit longer because I don't want to end right here.
Healthy 16-year-old girl. So yes, you have to go to class to take your GOAT exam. Go on now. You've got a GOAT to take.
The GOAT.
The Generalized Occupational Aptitude Test helps to figure out what sort of a job you'll have here in the
I
Vault
have
101
bad
when you get
experiences
to
with this GOAT.
You know what the Overseer says? We're born in the vault, we die.
I'll talk about it when we get there.
Each is tested to determine their abilities, that they may work for the betterment of all.
Blah, 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 blah. Alright, bye, Dad. Alright, right here. Take this bobblehead immediately. So, bobbleheads increase your skills. So, there was one for every skill and one for every special. This one, you have to get, I would get right now. Because if you miss it, it's one of them that if you miss, you can't come back and get. There's a couple, there's I think one more like that as well. So get this immediately. And then we can take things. So it will say that if you can take it or you can steal it. So stealing will negatively affect your karma. And if anyone is around to see it, they're going to be hostile towards you.
Jonas. Morning, Doc. How's things?
So you can like look around a lot of times and see, oh, I want this or this or this. This might seem like junk, like the paint gun or stuff like this. This is craftable stuff, or you can sell it. The paint gun I think is very valuable to craft because it's part of one of the most valuable like craftable items in the game. There's I think 2 craftable items that are very, very I wouldn't say necessary to complete, but they help. They help a lot. Yeah, I could stay here and talk to Jonas, but usually just go over here. So control, we can crouch, and this will be our sneak. We can see if we're detected or not.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
And let's see. I don't know how on PC to. There we go.
What's the lights? I think they hurt my eyes.
Hello, Andy.
What is it now, man?
Daddy's girl, daddy's girl.
Stay away from me.
You're supposed to be 16, huh?
Stupid tunnel snakes. Immature assholes, if you ask me.
Tunnel snakes.
Why won't they leave me alone?
Rule.
It's not my fault my father's the overseer. Can you talk to them?
Yeah, sure.
Fight my... I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I'm a big jerk.
Yeah? What do you want?
Oh, Butch. Tunnel snakes rule.
Only the baddest gang in Vault 101? Like you don't know. We ruled this vault, and what we say goes. You'll stay out of our way if you know. Damn right. No one messes with the
Alright, so we can be nice. This use a speech to help sway him to get him away. But
now wait, huh? I can see why. You're okay, Pipsqueak. Now run along before you get hurt.
Certain dialogue choices
Watch out.
won't help. But yeah, let's punch them anyways. Because this is what I normally do, is just punch Butch over and over again.
Okay, you win. We'll leave. You're not worth our time anyway.
I like how he gained karma, but I really just wanted to
outta here.
punch Butch in the face.
Whatever
So
you
we can
say.
continue punching
You're going
Butch
fun.
over and
Tunnel
over
snakes
again,
rule.
and he'll just fall over and it's
Let's go.
it's kind of funny.
me alone, you
So the
little
karma system, it really doesn't. I wouldn't say it doesn't matter, there are some things that happen if you have good karma and bad karma, but it's just preference of how you really want to play. It doesn't really affect how you're going to like play the main story. Alright, this goat exam. The first time I tried to take
Well,
this,
you made it. All set for the goat?
it soft locked me.
Trust me.
And I didn't know
Really
that because it was
isn't
the
that
first
bad.
time.
Just
I was trying, let's say I'm just
You don't
going,
wanna be
blah,
the
blah,
first
blah, blah.
class in history
You're
to
supposed to
kill
sit
the
in the
goat, are you?
desk and take the goat. I sat down and nothing happened. I just sat there and I sat there and I sat there. And I'm like, is this what it's supposed to be? And I couldn't come. I had to start the whole game all over again because I saved
out of my
right
face.
here. This was my save, and my autosave just led me back to the same place. So you have to be very careful
Everyone has managed to find the
about
classroom. You can
saving.
get started. No talking, and keep your eyes to yourselves. Yes, I'm talking to you, Mr. Deloria.
Sure thing, Mr. Brotch.
Unless anyone else has an insightful comment, let's get started. Question 1. A frenzied vault scientist runs up to you and yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What's your response?
But doctor, wouldn't that cause a parabolic destabilization of the fission singularity?
Question 2. While working as an intern in the clinic,
Don't worry too much about these answers, by the way. They really not important. They're just
the
for fun
infection
at
is
this
spreading
point.
at an alarming rate, but the doctor stepped out for a while. What do you do?
So what should we do? Scream for help. Amputate. Amputate. We can medicate the area or stay in the patient and merely observe. Let's do that. Mad
Question
scientist.
You discover a young boy lost in the lower levels of the vault. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do you do?
What do you do? Alright, well, we're not going to turn him over. That's lame. Confiscate and leave the boy there. Give the boy a hug. Obviously, we just take the stolen property for ourselves.
Question 4. Congratulations. You've made one of the Vault 101 baseball teams. Which position do you prefer?
I wish they had a soccer team.
Question 5. Your grandmother invites you to tea, but you're surprised when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill another vault resident. What do you do?
Obey your elder and kill the resident with the pistol, obviously. Like we said, we respect our elders here.
Question 6. Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed?
No, we can't let the old coot rot. Laser pistol, no. Let's trade a hoodlum for his cherry bomb.
Question 7. Oh no, you've been exposed to radiation.
Oh no.
And a mutated hand has grown out of your stomach. What's the best course of treatment?
I love how I was just pointing at him. A bullet to the brain. Because you're a
Question
mutie
8.
now.
A fellow Vault 101 resident is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1. You want it. What's the best way to obtain
You want it. Alright, well, it's issue number 1. We're gonna steal it at gunpoint.
Question 9. You decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father. You enter his private restroom when no one is looking and...
Alright, Liam Neeson, what are we gonna do to you? I think manipulate the power wattage of his razor so he'll get a little shock. Just a
Question
little
10.
shock.
Who is indisputably the most important person in Vault 101? He who shelters us from the harshness of the atomic wasteland, and to whom
I wonder
we owe
what the answer
everything
to
we
this
have,
question will be.
including our lives.
I think it's the overseer.
Pencils down, people. That's it. The infamous goat. I'm sure most of you didn't find it so bad. Others, well, there are always openings in the maintenance department. Don't forget to hand in your test before you leave. You don't
Alright.
want to know what happens to people who fail the goat.
Let's hand in our test.
You can have the rest of the day off.
How do you
to
fail
celebrate
this test, though?
Or to pray. Well, well. Pip-Boy programmer, eh?
Boy. Alright, so if you don't like that, just say that can't be right.
Listen, just between you and me, If you don't like the results, I can make your goat come out any way
See,
you want.
he's pretty cool, Mr. Broch.
Let me know.
Alright, so the goat really affects like this boosted skill. So science, small gun. I don't want unarmed at all. So what science is good. Small guns is a very, very good, I think it's a really OP stat. There's guns all over the wasteland. So, small guns, I'm going to go for the science route. That's why my lockpick is going to be so low. You might want to have your lockpick at a decent level to do some like very easy lockpicks or easy lockpicks, but for now we won't. I hate barter. I don't ever upgrade that. Big guns, like, that's the thing. You have to determine what you want to do. Medicine, I think, is okay, because it affects how much, like, hit points you have, replenish for stuff. Repair, I think, only to a certain point I like to do. I think especially at lower levels, I don't think it's very useful. So let's do speech, small guns, and science. Okay, so now let's get out. And I think we're gonna end it right
See you
here.
tomorrow, bright and early.
Anything is possible, even an A, Mr. Broch.
After this little introduction of 3 years later.
Wake up! Come on,
To
wake
know
up!
these things. I'm not going to be around to hold your hand forever.
Come on! You've got to wake up!
I was dreaming about you.
Oh, gross! Knock it off! This is serious! My
How could that be
father's men are
gross?
looking
I
for
could
you.
you could have
They've
just been
already
like
killed
flying
Jonas.
around
You've
with me or
got
something.
to get out of here.
They killed Jonas. I'm gonna make him pay.
You don't understand. It's your dad. He's left the vault. They think Jonas helped him. And they think you're part of it. You know how paranoid my father is anyway. This has pushed him right over the edge. You can worry about revenge later. Right now,
Jonas.
you've got to get away before security gets here.
Oh, Jonas. Alright, I can't stay there, but
I'm
where
sorry,
can I
but
go?
I think you'll have to follow your dad. You'll have to escape from the vault.
Roger,
Listen,
roger.
Maybe it isn't any of my business, but didn't your dad tell you?
You didn't tell me shit, but it's none of your
I'm
business.
sorry I asked, and I'm not just saying, but it doesn't matter.
You have a plan? Not another one of your
I don't
plans,
have time to
Amada.
explain everything. You're just gonna have to trust me this. Listen, there's a secret tunnel that leads directly
alright,
from
I
my
trust you,
father's
I
office
trust
to
you.
the exit.
Oh, we'll hack it.
Use
Easy
these to get
peasy.
into his...
Easy peasy. So we got some bobby pins. Alright, we gotta escape. Alright, let's get out of here.
One more thing. I stole...
Pistol. No, I'm not gonna let her have it.
I hope you're joking.
No, I'm not joking.
Even with that pistol, I don't think you'll win a fight against the whole security force.
I don't
Okay.
think you
I'll
know what
try to
I'm
meet you at the
capable of,
exit.
Amada.
Good luck.
Alright, we're definitely gonna end this here.
I'll meet you at the vault door if
So,
I can, but don't wait for
next time, we're gonna escape Vault 101. I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, this is my first Let's Play. It's gonna be a little rough around the edges, but I appreciate you watching. Have a great time. Time? What? I hope you all have a great day. Love you guys. See you next time.